Many days ago, Poco announced the Poco X5 and X5 Pro smartphones, which are no doubt the successors to the already ridiculous Poco X4 Pro, and they are devices which I think are still awesome value for money, not only because of the $300 they cost, but apart from all of that, those are many fundamental points they improved as well. So in this video, I'm talking about the Poco X5 Pro, the supposed Pro version of this series. The unboxing is pretty average for smartphones. Opening the box, you are greeted with the smartphone, and below that is a transparent squeegee case, a USB-C cable, and a 67-watt charger. Design is okay, with a very new direction from past Poco smartphones. This new one, however, stands out with that incredible Realme type of aesthetic that all of these budget-friendly smartphones have been jumping on. The side-mounted fingerprint scanner does scan really quick and looks more cleaner and flushed with the phone like an actual power button, but it does feel very tactile as well. My only downside on design basis is that this time around, both the phone's rim and the rear are actually made of plastic, which isn't sitting quite right with me because last year's Poco X4 Pro had a glass back. So we turn around and look at the screen. It's basically last year's, a 6.67-inch Full HD OLED panel with a dynamic 120Hz refresh rate and that same insane 1200 nits of brightness. I'm still disappointed that it's still not an adaptive refresh rate, but on the bright side, it does have HDR10 support and supports true 10-bit colors, which is a notable upgrade from last year's. On the software side, it runs Xiaomi latest MIUI 14 software slapped on Android 12, and though the Poco launcher is a bit light when compared to the actual MIUI 14 found on the Xiaomi 13 Pro, it's awesome that we're getting the usual deal. Mind you, the Poco launcher has heaps of bloatware, but you can uninstall almost all of them, and doing that will free up quite an amount of storage in case you can only afford the base 128GB model and are not willing to spend more on the 256GB model. So if you are enjoying this video so far, then your sub to this channel will be mysterious. And the performance is yet another part I really appreciated. Last year's Poco X4 Pro, despite how good it was, it shipped in with the Snapdragon 695, which was a downgrade over the X3 series Snapdragon 732G chipset. Well, it's good that they have upped it quite significantly to the Snapdragon 778G chipset found on the Nothing Phone 1, which retails at a higher price. And this chipset allows this phone to do things better than its predecessor, one of which is a more stable, more reliable 5G connection, majorly because of how much of a role 5G plays in our lives. So what remains is the battery and the cameras. The battery life is basically the same with last year's, basically 7 hours of screen on time with all settings maxed out on the 5000 mAh capacity, and the same 67-watt fast charging option, which fills this device in under 40 minutes. And the camera is basically the same, a 108MP main camera, an 8MP ultra wide camera, 2MP macro camera. But it gets better because there is a more powerful chipset which handles the image processing algorithms. The main camera is still very capable in daylight shots and noticeably performing well in low light as well. The ultra wide camera is still quite compromised, but it's quite wide and the macro is still as good as phones around this price get. The video is no longer capped at 1080p but now shoots in 4K, thank God, and it's still great, although you would not see great results in low light. So on balance, the Poco X5 Pro is a rather interesting specimen. They basically improved the areas they seem necessary, that it makes its caveats quite redundant, while still leveling the price. Okay, do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'm Hilary, this is Haichi, so be ready for the next one.